I am Makemba Kunle, and this is my exhibition, The Gathering Storm, at Arnim's Gallery, Chagarit Road in Trinidad and Tobago. And I decided to name the whole exhibition The Gathering Storm, partly because of things that are happening, going around in the world today. I'm convinced that a storm is gathering, and I might even be thinking about my involvement in the stormy times of 1970 when we had the Black Power movement. And a lot of my work tends to go back to that time, the crowds, the involvement of people, the quest for people power, for people to have more say in their lives and so on. I think that's, I don't know if it is maybe just my wish, but these are the things that I think about. Bear in mind that we are colonial or post-colonial society, always. And I try in the things that I do to resist the effects of that colonialism on the things that I do that I consider important. And art is one of those things. Now, the standards by which we operate are all Western standards. Just the idea of art in a gallery on white walls, that's the Western standard of what art is, and we feel that is what art is about. And for some elites to come and look at, and you would hardly see the man on the street waltzing into the gallery situation. While I'm doing my work, I cannot afford to have as my standards those set by my Western education. In order to be authentic and at the same time maintain a high standard, I look to the people who make mass. That is our thing. And it is of me, it is of Trinidad. I find my authenticity in my Trinidadianness. I find Africa through Trinidad Carnival. I also have Chinese ancestry. I find it in Carnival. I have First People ancestry. I find it in Carnival. So Carnival is to me, not only this place where every creed and race come and find a place in a band and so on, which is important, but is a place where we can find ourselves.
I want to ask you, your approach to each one of these art pieces, are you aware of what you're going to do, or is it just a spiritual kind of vibration?
Well, I tend to shy away from the term spirit. I tend to shy away, but somehow it always comes back in. It always comes back in the mix. I am deliberate in what I'm doing. In that, may I walk a little bit? Like in doing this here, this was a woman who was at our, we have some philosophy sessions at the studio. She was there giving a talk. This was Toko. And while she was there, I made a drawing of her. I was happy with the drawing as it is there, so it stayed what you might call simple. Another one now, this one, something totally different. Here is where I try to express what is going on inside of me. And boy, don't pray to be me. So I try to express it in some others. Here, seeing an ant and seeing my little grandson playing with an ant, you know. But the thing is, everything is a message. Everything, every story has a message inside of it. some of them are obvious and some not. This set, I went totally abstract. I just love the paper I was doing. And the thing about it is, when I'm doing these drawings, I don't think about showing at all. When I'm painting, painting is for show. Drawings is my expression, you know. So in doing these things, I'm not studying audience. How are using? It's practice. Practice the spontaneity of the line, the flow, the grace. Practice with positive and negative and negative shapes. Practice entering unknown zones and being brave enough to see what you could go in and pull out. I had a good, I had some good experience also with Leroy Clark, who passed away. And he always used to talk about going behind the zero. If you ever hear him talk, and he was much of an inspiration for me in my trying to dive into my own self. Mm-hmm. I have never been that interested or concerned about legacy, or even so much about making a mark. I'm sorry, but yeah, those things don't concern me. A woman the other day talked about whether I'm using the correct paper, yes or no, and whether it would last, and which one will turn yellow or not. Those things don't even concern me, because we have paper from 3,000 years ago that's still good, and they weren't concerned about that. It's how much people put value on things. If what I have done and what I'm doing is of any value, it would last. If it has no value, dumpster for it. I don't mind at all.